Hey everyone, this is Exploring Fiction, and welcome back to another video.
Hey, before we get to the video, check this out. 99% of my viewers are not subscribed. If you're a part of that 99%, please consider subscribing, as I would love to have you here. Anyway, let's get back to the video.
So guys, just to let you know, there will be spoilers ahead for Jurassic World Dominion, so if you have not seen the film yet, then I would recommend clicking away if you're worried about spoilers. But with that being said, let's get right into the video. So, I've always enjoyed the Jurassic Park franchise, but I'm not really attached to it with great love like other franchises, like Middle-earth or Star Wars. So, the Jurassic Park franchise doesn't really have a super special meaning to me. The first film I adore. I think it's a great movie, and I don't think it'll ever be topped. All the sequels really fall short for me. I would say Jurassic World, the first Jurassic World, is probably my favorite sequel, to be honest. But none of the sequels ever really hold a candle to the original Jurassic Park. So with this movie, I was just expecting and wanting to see some dinosaur stuff and some cool, scary moments for the human characters. My expectations were pretty low going in, and I got more than expected. Some of the concepts in the movie were a bit strange, like the whole thing with the locust epidemic. I mean, I didn't really understand why that had to be in the movie, and I will get into some of this stuff later. But yeah, some of the choices and the concepts and ideas were a bit strange, and some of the ways that the characters met or got wrapped up in the story felt really clunky. But there is one thing that I appreciated most, which made up for it. In my opinion, the legacy characters were treated with respect, still had something to do, and weren't used purely as nostalgia bait. They were part of the story and worked well with the newer characters. So this film did what the Star Wars sequel trilogy couldn't, as it brought back Alan, Ellie, and Ian to not only reunite, but once again participate in the story meaningfully and without being the butt of a joke at every turn. And of course, I hate to bring up, comparing it to the Star Wars sequels, but those are such a monumental failure in film as far as using legacy characters. You just can't help it. But yeah, I really felt that Jurassic World Dominion took the three main characters from the first movie and really reunited them in a good way, and it didn't just feel like it was for nostalgia reasons. It felt like it was actually a contributing part of the story, and so I can really appreciate this film for that, even though it has a lot of flaws. So yes, this movie deviated far from the roots of the franchise of the whole dinosaurs in real life thriller, as it now has cloning, black markets, shootouts, and more. But I didn't mind it, and I was entertained. And since I'm not a die-hard Jurassic Park fan, I just had a good time with this movie, to be honest. I barely remember Fallen Kingdom. I just remember it had something to do with cloning and dinosaurs getting loose into the real world at the end. But thankfully, it didn't matter too much when watching this movie. Only some of the characters carried over. Like, I remember the Maisie girl is the clone, the human clone. And yeah, wow, that just reminds me of Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom and how much of a nothing it all was. The side characters were likable and memorable on their own in Jurassic World Dominion. Though the woman in white, that I believe her name was Santos, she was barely in the movie, but she was memorable. She reminded me of the character from Mission Impossible. I'm forgetting her name, but the character from Mission Impossible, the newest Mission Impossible. Ramsey was a decent character. So was Kayla, the pilot woman, and it was good to see older side characters too, like the I don't remember this guy's name either, but the black guy from the original Jurassic World who helped Owen Grady train the raptors. He was back in this one. The nerdy guy from Fallen Kingdom, Franklin, I think, he was back in this one, and they were good to see in this movie too, because they were actually cool and likable characters from the previous movie. So yes, this film, Jurassic Park Dominion, had a lot of flaws, and maybe it didn't feel like a true and pure Jurassic Park film, but I respect the hell out of it for the ability to bring back legacy characters with respect and without making it feel like a cheap way to make money off the fans. This movie had the dinosaur fights that I wanted, yet I got so much more out of this movie. I cared about all the human characters and felt content at its conclusion. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff, some hardcore fans may find it hard to consider this a Jurassic Park movie, and look, I completely get it, and I see that there are a lot of flaws with this movie, especially if that's what you want. But for me, I was able to see Alan Grant, Ellie Sadler, and Ian Malcolm reunite and participate in the story meaningfully with the new characters, and I felt that it was all incorporated together well. And even guys like Henry Wu, he's been in a lot of the Jurassic Park movies, but in this one, it really felt like he had some closure at the end. So, despite this movie kind of being a schlocky, not really Jurassic Park in its core, I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. And so, I can't complain, because especially after the disaster that was Jurassic Park Fallen Kingdom. So, guys, let me know below in the comments if you've seen Jurassic World Dominion, and let me know what you think about it. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you're new here. I would love to have you. We're still chugging along subscriber-wise, so please keep it up. I just wanted to thank all of you who have subscribed. It's been great. And like always, I will see you all next time.